This is my Create Survival world, and in the past 6 episodes, we've done some pretty crazy things. This time, we're going to be doing something a little more unusual and build an entire seaside town. So I'm thinking this area right here could be quite nice. I think I'm just going to map out what I want the area to look like and where the houses are going to go and all of that. This place is quite good as well because it's really close to the factory district, so everything's going to be very close and neat. My first objective for this town was to build some residential housing. That's what you're seeing me plan here, with these green boxes. I think this looks about right for now, but before we build any houses or any shops or anything like that, we have to get a ton of bricks. And I could go back to the lush cave and mine a bunch of clay, but instead I'm gonna automate bricks. Now let's see, how do we do this? So we need clay, which is made from crushing gravel, or okay, so it's made by bulk washing sand, which is perfect because sand is made from gravel and gravel is made from cobblestone, and we have a bunch of cobblestone. So we're gonna make the path come down to like here, and then we can build a little brick factory here, just off the side of our little ore factory here. Because, and oh, I hate this sound so much, I can probably just put another funnel coming out of this vault, which is producing us a bunch of cobblestone, and then that can feed straight into here. Alright, well, let's design the factory. Wait, this is already spinning. Please spin the right way. Yes! And this is working, this catalyst. The texture's just wrong. I literally can't even hear myself think. Okay, so this thing should work. What's gonna happen is the cobblestone's gonna come out of this through... Oh, okay. Take 2. So what's gonna happen is the cobblestone's gonna come out of this funnel through this vault. It's gonna go through these crushing wheels. Then the gravel is gonna go back in here. And it's gonna come out here. And it's gonna go back around. And then it's gonna go back through the crushing wheels. And then become sand. The sand is then gonna go past this funnel here because it has a... Oh. Because it has a filter with gravel, so the sand is going to come past, it's going to go through here, where it's going to get washed by this encased fan with this little catalyst here. It is then going to become clay, or, well, some of it's going to become clay. It's a 25% chance, I believe. It's then going to go into this vault and come out this side here, where it'll meet this lava catalyst, which is in front of another encased fan. Is this going to spin the right way? No, that is not spinning the right way. Oh my God. Oh, I'm stuck. Anyway, that's then gonna come in here, which... Hang on, this isn't gonna work. Alright, now it will work. Okay, so now I have bricks on this funnel, which means the clay is gonna come out of this vault here. It's gonna sit on this conveyor belt right here until it becomes bricks from the catalyst, or from the encased fan. And then the brick's gonna come in here, and once there's enough in there, it will be compacted into brick blocks. Ugh! So in not too long from now, we should see some sand coming through. Wait, hold up. Yeah, perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay. Gravel. Gravel. Is gravel a byproduct? Crushing gravel gives flint and clay. I just gotta dispose of the flint and clay, which seems counterintuitive because I actually need clay, but I don't want that clogging up my system. Okay, this is a very simple solution. See, initially I was just gonna put lava down here and burn everything, but I'm thinking we can probably connect this thing up with this belt here. So then the clay and the flint goes into our storage system. Because here on the Tids channel, we don't waste resources. There might come a day where I need a ton of flint or a ton of clay, and I will be thanking my past self that I did this. Item vault here, brass funnel coming out. Nice. So this is all functional, and as an added bonus, we're now also producing flint and clay. That was some great timing. Wow. let's just start with building some houses. Alright, house 1 done. Can you tell it's basically the same house? Nah, it's fine. It'll be right. It'll be fine. Yo, we have our first town resident. Anyway, now that we have a place for people to live, ignore that it's completely empty, they're gonna need some activities to do. So how about we start with a shop? For this, we're gonna bust out the old schematic cannon again. So we want shop seaside town. And this build, I'm gonna say isn't too big, but I'm starting to second guess that. Okay, shops are done. Kind of. So I'm actually gonna leave the interior blank because I want you guys, yes, you watching, to be a part of this world. I want to leave this little plaza that I built blank for this episode. And I want you guys to comment below ideas for shops or restaurants or cafes or anything that you'd like to see built in here. So currently we have 1, 2, 3 slots on the bottom floor and 1, 2, 3, 4 slots on the top floor. I'll fill that in later. I ran out of time. I think this is a nice way to have you guys in my world in some way or another. I'll pick out my favorite ideas sometime in the near future and I'll make a whole episode dedicated on building those shops. Oh, also while I'm on this topic, if you don't have any ideas for shops or cafes, I also need a name for this town. So if anyone has an idea for that, that would be great. For the village monument or attraction, I think we're gonna go with a little clock tower because everything in my village kind of looks, you know, old. It's not exactly the most modern build and I think a clock tower would fit perfectly into that kind of old-fashioned vibe. First, I am out of food though, so let's go get some bread. I also really need to make a better food farm. I've been using bread for the past like 6 episodes and bread's not the best food source. That might be a problem for next episode though. Which while I'm on that topic, I'm really scared this episode's gonna end up being like 10 minutes long. Just cause so much of it has been building. Okay, clock tower. Now, I generally like to plan all of my builds in a creative world before I put them in survival. And there are 2 main reasons for that. Number 1, it saves a lot of time. I think it's a lot easier to build in creative mode and it's a lot easier to create something that I like. And number 2, I like the way the schematic cannon looks on replay mod time lapses. I think it's just a lot more organized than going in and building it myself because, you know, it kind of stacks it up in layers and it looks nice and tidy. That does mean, especially after this episode, I've accumulated a lot of schematics. And since some of you have been asking for schematics of my build, I decided to put them on Patreon. So for those who are interested, it's $3 a month and you can have all the schematics that I've used for my Create Survival world. Anyway, on to more important matters. The cool thing about massive clock towers in the Create mod is that you can make them functional. There's an item called the Clockwork Bearing, which basically allows you to create massive clocks. Alright, so we're gonna need 4 clockwork bearings, 1 for each face. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna need a way to power this, so I think we're gonna go with water wheels. Alright, I'm just gonna come in on the inside here. We're gonna go with this, this, and this. I do need to go get some shafts and some gearboxes. I did forget that. Let's get some water wheels going. Looks like 1 will be enough. So I believe it's our hand first and then second hand. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, that's so cool. Let me just see what it looks like with spruce instead. I kind of like that it's more thin. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use a mix of both. That seems like a pretty good middle ground. And that's all 4 sides complete. That is so cool. It's looking a bit plain and boring, so I'm gonna build some little trees. Alright, and let's get some street lamps going. We gotta build a town that's safe to walk around at night. Next, I'm gonna build a train station, but I'm kind of struggling over where I'm gonna put it. Initially, I was gonna put it here, but like it's kind of on a slope here, and then also like I have the problem of the train track cutting through that. Alternatively, I could put it here, maybe? Alright. Okay, I'm thinking maybe train station here, and then maybe a park here. I think I'm gonna take a break from terraforming for a second just to lay out the train tracks here. Just because if I lay them out like up to about here, then I'll know how much I need to terraform. Also, oh my god, on a side note, I completely forgot about this. I put 2 little cuckoo clocks on this train station here, and we gotta power those as well. In fact, I can probably do that right now. All I need to do is to make a vertical gearbox and then connect these 2 up. Like that, and then I just need to have a water wheel here, make a simple little water setup here. Perfect. Anyway, but for the first time ever, let's go make some rails. So we're just going to use these standard train tracks, which require a stone slab of some kind, and then 2 iron nuggets, and a presser, or a mechanical press. Usually you would do this with some kind of assembly line, but because we don't need that many rails, I think we're just going to do it manually. Then we also need a way to get from this side of the platform to this side of the platform. For that, I think I'm going to use these catwalk stairs. That's fun. I want to make little boom gates for where my roads cross the tracks, and I think there's something in Steam and Rails that kind of resembles a boom gate. They're called like semaphores. Look, we can already make some. 4 should be fine, and then we also need some, I think it's these. Perfect. I'm glad they're quite generous about the amount they give you. I then made some more rails, and yes, I did learn my lesson and make an assembly line this time. So, okay, we're gonna take these tracks and we're gonna take these signals and we're gonna make some boom gates. Oh, you know what, I just realized we have 2 roads, so we're gonna need 8 of them. Like this, not like that, like this. Ooh, yeah, that's fine. I would rather them be, hold up. Yeah, like that. Okay. So what should happen is, once we get our trains going, if they enter this little green area here, these gates should close. And then we're gonna do that again over here on this road. Okay, now that that's done, I think the only thing left to do is a bit of terraforming on this side here. And then I gotta do the beach and I gotta fix this thing up. But that should be about it. So let's get on with that and then everything should be finished. Okay, let me give you the final tour. So starting from this little railway crossing here, in due time this road will go to more places. Right now it kind of stops here and the railway also kind of stops there. But I have plans for the future, for the near future probably, for little working cars. So hopefully in not too long from now we'll be able to drive on these roads. Anyway, so coming down this road here, you first get a little glimpse of the park and then you turn this corner here onto the main little promenade. Holy f***. So we turn this corner, we turn this little corner here and we get to this nice little promenade area where you can walk down. We have some little civilian houses here. They're kind of empty right now. I'm thinking we'll eventually put our villagers in these houses, so we won't build like a massive trading hall or like a villager dungeon or something like that. We'll just keep them here and then we can decorate each house with their personalities and all sorts of fun stuff. And walking down here, we got a nice little ocean view, we got a nice little beach. We'll get to the beach in a bit. If you then cross the road, which I don't know why I'm looking, there are no cars. We have a little plaza, a little shop, which is also right now empty. I'm very excited to hear your ideas. Cool thing about this plaza is that it actually has 3 doors, so you can come in from 3 sides. Anyway, if you then come out over here, we have this little area here. I guess this is a little chill area. We got a little clock tower that's kind of important. It's like the monument of the town. And then we got like these little weird housing buildings that you can't get to. And I forgot the texture. Over here we got some public benches and we got a nice little tree and just a nice little area that you can chill in. This is like where the kids play, I guess. I don't fucking know. In here we have the train station, which has some seating. This is actually the only building in this entire town right now that is furnished. Anyway, we got some nice little floor patterns. We got some little seats, so you can sit here when you're waiting for your train. The train that will never come. If you step out here, you get onto the platform, which has this little stairway thing, so you can cross without getting hit by the train. That is non-existent right now. Oh! That never gets old. I don't actually think I have a bed around here, so, I'm gonna have to make a quick trip to the village. If you then keep going further down, you get to the nice little park. In this park we have a bunch of trees, a bunch of grass, we have a little pond here with some rocks and some seagrass and some sea pickles. We have a little bench here. And then we have like a tree. Oh my god, I'm so bad. This tree is like the wise old tree, you know. I don't know, it's got some kind of lore relevance. Okay, if you keep walking, this path will eventually loop back to this area here, which is the kind of entrance of the town. It's where the road turns in. Over here we have the beach. Then we can come down, we can chill. It's a very steep beach. I really do not recommend you go play in the water. And finally, we make our way over to here. We have some palm trees. And we have a little dock. Now, originally I wasn't even going to include a dock, but then I thought, like, you know, we're building a port town, so I might as well seize the opportunity to build a port. This will be useful for the ships we have in the future. We can just kind of dock them here because we currently don't really have a nice place to put them anyway. And then the train will also obviously eventually run from here to here. And also this area here, I've kind of kept like grassless and pretty flat in case I want to expand. I have no plans of expanding the town right now, but it's quite small and it was pretty fun building it, so I might come back to this one day. Anyway, this episode was mainly just building, so I kind of have no idea how it's going to turn out or how long it's going to be. I hope it's not like 5 minutes long. But either way, thank you for watching to the end. Bye bye!